What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. We are here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025. My name is Chris Drummond. I'm a freelance sports reporter based out of Minnesota here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a special guest that's going to be coming on with me today. She is a public speaker. She is a radio personality. She is a best-selling author. She is someone who has been in the media game for years and years. Her name is L.A. Roberts. I've had the pleasure of meeting this wonderful woman at Media Row at Super Bowl, being able to break bread with her, being able to interview her on the BS3 network, and also get a chance to stay in touch with her. She's also in Atlanta, Georgia, which we will talk about. Obviously, I'm wearing my one KSU shirt. I graduated from Kennesaw State University with my bachelor's and my master's. So it's definitely a pleasure to talk to this woman and get to know her story of why she wants to be in the media industry and get to know her a little bit. So without any further ado, I introduce you the wonderful, talented, and the beautiful L.A. Roberts. Well,
Hello.
hello there. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, wonderful, dear. I just want to say you look absolutely lovely today. No question. You're very welcome. Very welcome. Listen, this has been a long time coming, right? We have not seen
Yes.
each other since February, which was at Media Row Super Bowl. Obviously, a lot has transpired with myself, and a lot has transpired with you. Let me just say thank you for I should say allocating your time to being on my podcast here. Work hard, play harder. I also want to ask you, how's your week going? How have you been?
Well, are we live? Is this
Oh
what we're
yeah,
doing?
oh
Oh,
yeah.
listen, you didn't give me a
We live, girl. I told you, yeah,
we
we live.
live. Okay, all right. How's my week going? Absolutely amazing. How I have been is absolutely amazing. Same on both sides.
I love that. No, I love that. I want to reiterate to you, LA, why I wanted to have you on here. Obviously, like I said, met you in February. We had instant connection, instant chemistry, just being able to talk to one another, break bread. You came on the BS3 network with my guys that was there doing interviews. You're a radio personality, you're a best-selling author, you're a professional speaker as well. This was a no-brainer. And obviously, me being a sports journalist, I'm freelance now, but I've been in the game for about 7 years, covering stuff in Atlanta, Georgia, which if you see, I got my KSU shirt on. That's where I graduated with my bachelor's
State.
and now my master's as well.
All
So
right.
doing my thing out there, right? So definitely wanted to have you on to hear your story. It's rarity that we get a chance to talk about us, right? When you're on the radio, doing iHeartRadio for your radio personality show, you're interviewing guests, you're playing songs, but it's pretty much not you. You know, you're not telling your story because your story is just as special as anybody else's. And I want to definitely hear that, and I want to definitely break down what your story is. So with that being said, LA, my first question is the same as it is for everybody that comes on here. And that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models, any inspirations growing up? But ultimately, what led you into the career of media?
Oh, that's a loaded question. Um, so my why has changed
Okay.
over time.
Okay.
I have been doing a lot of things for close to 20 years now. So it has definitely been a very long time. My why has changed. It started out with just doing things like being on stage and speaking because I love to do it. And that's just who I was. To 2016, that changed
Okay.
because one of the love of my heart, my grandfather, known as my papa. If you've seen any of my posts, I always hashtag Papa's baby because that's who I am. Leon
Right,
F. Howard Sr., he passed away in 2016. So when he passed away, that shook my universe. It shook
right,
to my core. And so I promised him, I whispered in his ear, and spoke to his body, but really spoke to his spirit because he was already, he had already passed to be with the Lord. I
right.
told him that everyone would know his name and that I would continue to make him proud. Now, that particular season in my life spun into a depression, suicidal thoughts,
Wow.
just sitting in the dark, trying to figure out exactly what I was going to do next with my life because I had no desire to do anything.
Mhm.
Uh, my I used to I used to sing opera.
Okay,
I was with the Augusta Opera Company. I used to sing
mhm,
opera as a mezzo soprano, and
okay.
I used to do a lot of stage plays. As a matter of fact, one of these is behind me. I was in Jekyll and Hyde. I did Camelot. I did Guys and Dolls, The Wizard of Oz. This is just all things that are on my
Okay.
wall.
You a bad girl. I like that. Okay.
So I did all of those things while my papa was alive, and he got me into opera and things of that nature. And I would always call him and tell him what I did. I was doing this for us. So when he passed,
Hmm.
I couldn't figure out if I wanted to still motivate people, sing, perform, coach, or do anything. Like I didn't
Hmm.
know that I wanted to do anything, to be honest with you. And
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
what ended up happening is the only thing that kept me going at that time was the fact that I knew that I could not do what I told him I was going to do sitting in the dark.
Right.
Like
Right.
I knew that I was not going to be able to continue to make him proud or even, get anyone around the world, not alone the block, to know his name, if I was sitting in the dark. So I had to get up and take baby steps, and I had to make a strong decision. Now, what keeps me moving now, I have moved past the person into the purpose.
Sure. Absolutely.
So, as the founder of I Inspire Global, where ordinary people with extraordinary stories change the world, it is
Hmm.
my responsibility to show up for people that are either like me or similar to me at that particular time and
Yeah.
expose their stories from a place of darkness to light so that they can stand on top of their stories and not in it. It took me a long time to get to the place of where I'm not living for him, but I'm living, you know, he's still my inspiration. He's around my neck. I talk about him all the time, but it went past
Sure.
the person to the purpose. So my why is my purpose, and that is people to be free and to be exposed and to do it in a healthy way where they feel protected and to give them platforms such as radio, stage, magazine, whatever I have connections with so that they
Hmm.
can have a voice. And more so than not, it's people who don't have the access to have their voices being heard, except for when they get with me, and then I open up avenues for them to continue to move forward in their victory.
I love that. I love that. I appreciate you breaking that down too, because that's amazing. Obviously, with him giving you the inspiration and and you being self motivated, when you put those two together, it's a powerful thing. And what you're doing, obviously, you're doing to not only represent yourself, but also to be what's the word I'm looking for? A symbol, a reflection of what he was, right? And continue to do what you do in the most positive manner and pay it forward and give other people an opportunity as well. So I love that. I want to ask you about, I believe it's Harold Washington College, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
that's what it is.
Okay, okay. Just wanted to say that. I want to ask you, were there any other schools that could have persuaded you from going to Harold Washington College, or was you set on that school?
So I'm a South Side of Chicago girl.
Okay.
And Harold Washington is a city college that was right downtown. It was
Mm-hmm.
familiar, it was very familiar. It was something that I just it just kind of flowed. I was actually talking to someone today and I was telling them that I am very blessed to still have people in my life that I have known since I was 5 years old.
Okay now.
And because I have known them since I was 5 years old, we literally went from elementary school to middle school to high school. And
Mm-hmm.
then you look up in college and go, hey, like, how you doing? Um,
Right.
as far as the persuasion, it's interesting because when I was in high school, I didn't have the easiest journey.
Yep.
Um, and I just was not the one that was like, oh, my next step is going to be college. Now, I did have an offer to go to Kentucky State University on a music scholarship.
Okay.
I auditioned. I was in a choir, concert choir, that is an award-winning still to this day. Shout out to
Okay.
Kimberly. And I auditioned, and they were like, "We need you to come here. What do we need to do?" Um, with not having the support at the
Mm.
time
Right.
to be able to make that decision and say, "Okay, I'm going over here," it was kind of swept underneath the rug. And so
Okay.
for a small stint, I went to a college in Rockford, Illinois called Rock Valley College for about 6 months.
Okay.
Was not for me. So I went back to the city.
Right.
It just was not for me. And so I went back to the city
Right.
and started at Harold Washington College. And my voice got me out of there too.
Okay.
So, which was interesting. Um, I have literally sang at every graduation that I have participated in.
Mm.
I want to say from sixth grade
Okay.
all the way up through college. I did
That's
not sing at
wow.
my high school graduation. However, we did a concert because we were concert choir, and so I will include that. But I did sing at my college graduation, and it was a very okay, so this is happening type of thing.
Sure.
Uh, yeah, and it was, yeah, my voice has definitely carried me through. But as far as Harold Washington, if it's me being persuaded to go anywhere else, it just seemed right. Like, it's Harold Washington. Let's go. Let's get on the
I
bus. I
love that.
lived in Hyde Park. I used to get on the 6, go downtown, get off, do my thing. And,
Mhm.
so yeah.
Definitely know about the South Side of Chicago as my father was born and raised there. My mother was also born and raised in Chicago, where she grew up on the West Side. I'm a Cook County baby, as you know, Cook County. So that's where I was born at. Although I was raised in the West Coast, I still have a lot of ties to Chicago. Went to NABJ last year, which was in Chicago, the conference last year. So yes, definitely love Chicago and the deep dish pizza too. Deep dish pizza be smashing out
Yeah.
there, so I love that, no doubt. Um,
Yeah, that's my city.
okay. Well, I want to ask you some favorite questions, okay? And off the rip, you just give me the 411 based upon these favorite questions, okay? So here we go, girl.
All right.
Favorite meal you like to cook?
Chili.
Oh, okay. Are we doing like Ritz crackers with it? We doing saltine crackers with it? What we eating with the chili?
Honey cornbread and oyster crackers.
Oh, okay. Okay, you
My
you ain't
my
messing up.
yeah, my family, my brother, I normally get the crackers from him and I make the cornbread with the honey drizzled on the top. But yeah, it's my favorite because I have a lot more, but that's the first thing that comes up. When I wasn't feeling well, I wanted something and I leaned up against the wall to make my chili because I wanted it so much. So yeah.
Okay, I'm a huge taco person. So taco
Okay.
doesn't matter if it's a beef, steak, or chicken, either or, I can whip it up. I'm pretty good with that. So yeah, definitely tacos for me. I am coming to Atlanta in August, LA, just to say. So, if you plan on making chili around that time, that would be amazing for me to try. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm visiting some family, so I'm coming there in August. So just throwing that out there. So
You
let
have to coordinate. My travel schedule is a lot, and that's my birthday month, so you might miss me.
I might. I just might. You might be turning up. I get it. But you know what? I'm still gonna come there for sure. Favorite concert you've ever attended?
Oh, recently, or are we talking about
Oh, all
just
time.
in
All time.
of all time? That's hard. I have
It
to.
is.
I got to.
Okay, talk to me. Yeah, talk to me. Yeah, let me know. Let me know what the two is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh, snaps. A little bit of technical difficulties, but we will be back online. I think L, LA froze for a minute. Can you hear me? All right, we got LA Roberts here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. Screen froze. Um, oh, lost it for a minute, but we will be back. Technical difficulties on that front, but we will be back. Um, so yeah, let me try to get her back to it. Um, she's gonna be back in with us, like I said. It's the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. Chris Drummond talking with the wonderful, talented LA Roberts. We're going to be right back soon. We're just going to pause for a moment. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chris, man. We are here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast, experiencing some technical difficulties, but we are now back on. I was talking to my girl, L.A. Roberts, who is a radio personality, best-selling author, keynote speaker, professional speaker, about her why of being into the media industry, and also asking some get to know you type questions. So definitely doing that. She will be joining us here very shortly, and we will go from there to be able to get her back in. So without any further ado, I'm going to let her back in and we're going to continue on with the podcast. All right, let's see what we got. All right, we are back with LA Roberts again. We're gonna try it. Listen, if the third time don't work, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to tell you. Um, we were talking about favorite concerts. Now I heard you say Genuine for one of them, but I didn't hear the next one.
Okay, so circa 95, there was a lineup of Genuine, Aaliyah, Mary J. Blige, Drew
Wow.
Hill, and
Wow.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. That,
That is
that
that is a
was
hell of a lineup.
that it was, and that's when they used to have those type of lineups, like those. I gotta go and see all of these people. Very blessed to see Aaliyah before she perished. It was a good show. Genuine was not, his knees was still strong. Um, you know, things were good. Um, you know, Mary J and her I'm going down days,
Mhm.
Drew Hill, they was doing that hop, the in my bed,
Sleeping in my bed, messing with my head.
yeah, yeah. They had a bed on stage and everything. It was wonderful. It
Okay.
was great.
Okay. Mm.
So I would say that was an epic concert. Um, I will also say that my next best one is Bruno Mars.
Okay. He puts on quite a show, I heard.
Phenomenal. Hands down,
Okay.
phenomenal, full of energy, a great performer, absolutely amazing. Um, but I had the opportunity of seeing amazing people like Luther Vandross and
Oh yeah.
Boyz II Men. at the, performing at the
Right.
same time. So it's been good.
Yeah, I can't argue with any of those artists. Those artists has all been good, no question about that. Definitely for me, I would probably say Alicia Keys, The Weeknd. Um, Definitely, if I'm throwing it back, Boys to Men I also seen as well. Um, that I mean they were a great group, but I liked all four of them together, not three, but all four of them together.
Okay.
But yeah, absolutely. Those are the few that come up in my mind for sure. Those three. Um, Favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Oh, I travel a lot. That's a loaded question.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
have different I have um different reasons for different places. So,
Give me two. Give me two of them then.
mm,
Maybe like one in the US or and one out of country.
one in the US and one out of country. We're
Yeah.
gonna have to go both out of country.
Okay, let's
We're
do it.
gonna have to do both out of country. Uh my first one for heart reasons, for just who I am reasons, is Malawi, Africa.
Okay.
I did a mission trip there, and we traveled with doctors and nurses, and I did triage and went into villages and things like that. The first time they had seen uh, any type of assistance like that since COVID. So I did that in 2023, and it was absolutely amazing. Something that I will never ever forget. And I'm actually going to do again. I'm connected with an orphanage there, and I put a young man through school there, and he just graduated. So I'm waiting for my picture so that I can uh, dote on Mr. Vincent for finishing
Okay.
school. So
Okay. Well, amen to that, sister. I love to hear that. That's what's up. I love that.
thank you.
You're very
Uh,
welcome.
my next, as a relaxation, um, I will say I had an absolutely amazing time at a resort in Cancun.
Yeah, Cancun is nice.
It was relaxing. It was amazing. The food was phenomenal.
Hmm.
It was a lot. We did a tequila tasting. We went to, where is that? Where does everybody go? Tulum.
Tulum. Okay.
Yeah, we took a
Okay.
trip into Tulum, and we did a tequila tasting, and we went to shops and we ate, and we came back to the resort, and there was a great show, and it was my birthday, so the singer, she sang happy birthday to me, and I mean it was really relaxing. I had a swim up suite, so I didn't have to be bothered by anyone. They were serving me
Okay.
food there and bringing me drinks from the bar, and I was right there in my room. I'm quite spoiled, so that is how I do it. And as a relaxation, that is somewhere that I really, really enjoy.
Okay. Now, I can respect that. I really do. I like that. I've been to Cancun. Cancun is a nice vibe. I just love sitting out and seeing the scenery. I love being on the pools, and the beaches and stuff like that. So I love Cancun when I was there. I love those two spots though, because I'm definitely interested in going into Africa. Definitely interested in doing that. So that is on my bucket list for sure.
Yeah, I'll be
Okay.
back. I'm gonna put
Okay.
together a trip for individuals who want to travel with I Inspire Global. I just have to make sure that everything is in place and proper for when we get to the orphanage and they get the help that they need and
Mm.
such. So I'm praying about it, and it will definitely happen.
I love that. Well, keep me informed on that. Seriously, I would love that. I would love that. Please. Next favorite question. I'm a sports person, so I got to ask you a sports question. Favorite sport you like to watch on TV? Favorite sport you like to attend in person? They could be the same sport.
Favorite sport I like to watch on TV? That's loaded too, because I'm split. I like football and I like basketball.
Okay. Okay. Which sport do you like to attend in person?
Probably basketball. Probably
Are you
basketball.
are you a
But
Bulls
again,
fan or a Hawks fan?
I'm a Chicago fan.
Okay,
I'm a
okay.
Chicago fan. You know, Bulls is basketball, Hawks is hockey. I am a Cubs girl, although I'm South Side. You know,
Yeah, I'm about to say.
my papa took me to a Cubs game. It locked
Okay.
in my heart. I went to a Cubs game with my papa when Harry was still alive singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Oh wow. Okay.
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 I remember sitting in the seats with my papa and looking up and seeing him in the box with his
Hmm.
white hair, his big glasses, singing it, and we were singing it with him. I have never been to a White Sox game. I'm a South Side girl. I just never went to a White Sox game. My papa took me to the Cubs, and that's where my heart is with the Cubs. So,
Pop Pop. Well, shout out to Pop Pop. No doubt about it. Shout out
yeah.
to him. Obviously, um, my dad is a Cubs fan growing up in Chicago, so got a chance to see that. Do you get a chance to see your Cubs or your Bulls when they come out there to Atlanta?
Have not yet. I have
Mhm.
not. Wait a minute. I just lied to you. I'm so sorry. And I try never to lie now. I don't do that. I actually did. I went to a baseball game and saw
Right.
them. My uncle lives here and we wore our Cubs gear,
Hmm.
and my brother and my cousin wore the Braves gear. Now, let me just be clear. I'm not
Awesome.
a Braves fan. I'm not a Braves fan. I enjoy the Braves if Chicago is not involved.
I feel that. You 10 toes down for your team. That's what it sounds like.
Chicago, it can be the Chicago Ladybugs, and I'll be out there with them. Like, what we doing?
No, I
So,
feel that. I feel
yeah,
that. That loyalty is real. I love that. I love that
yes.
loyalty. Okay. That's what's up. I'm with you in the same boat though. Football for me on TV. I love basketball on TV too, but football definitely on TV. Basketball in person. Basketball is just much easier to watch in person than football is. Football stadiums just are too big. Those people look small. If you ain't got seats that are like respectable close, yeah, then you looking at the jumbotron. I might as well look at the TV at home to watch football. So I ain't
Right,
got time.
right.
I ain't got time for all that. So I feel you on that. Last of the favorites. I'm a foodie. Now I obviously know Atlanta pretty well as I spent a lot of years there prior to coming out here to Minnesota. But I want to ask you, what is your favorite restaurant to eat at?
In Atlanta,
Yeah, it could be Atlanta or just period.
mm, I don't really have a favorite restaurant.
Oh
I'm
wow.
just gonna be I'm gonna be honest. I like to eat, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily have a favorite restaurant as far as I have to go there. I can tell you my default food for
Oh, cool.
a lot of things is Mexican.
Okay.
You know,
Yep.
that's the default. Like, you know, when people say, "Where you want to meet up at?" Let's go get some Mexican. Why? Because they got good drinks, and then you can eat. You know, like you can sit there and laugh and joke and for a very long time. So that's my default food. But I wouldn't say that I have a favorite restaurant.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely gonna say one of my favorite restaurants is Eats, which is out there near Georgia Tech, where North Avenue is. As you know, downtown Atlanta. That's definitely one of my favorite spots for sure. Um, and another spot that I also like is Juicy Crab. Juicy Crab is one of my favorite spots too, for
Now,
sure.
say if you want to get messy, I
Yeah.
mean,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No
if
doubt.
if you want to get messy, yes. I mean, I just like to go and eat. You know, if I
Okay.
find a spot, then I can chill at, or you know, some people we meet up and we have a good time, then that's fine. But I haven't found somewhere where I'm like, I just got to go there again. I'll go because it's good, but nothing has tugged on me where I just
Got
have
you.
to be there again. You know,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I'm with you on that. I can respect that. Now, LA, you said you travel a lot, so I want to talk to you about your day-to-day operations. Because as you know, being in this media space, no 2 days are the same. Every day is different. Every day you're doing something different. I know as a journalist, I'm writing something different. I'm getting different assignments. That sometimes I don't have assignments and different things of that nature. So, talk to me about your day-to-day process. How do you depict when you're going to travel? Is it conferences? Is it the speaking engagements? But you also, how do you set up your radio on air radio show? How do you set that up? Like, tell me about your day to day operations on a weekly basis.
Another loaded question because I just flow. I really do. A lot
Hmm.
of my travel is events and speaking. I'm currently on an HBCU tour. So I will, I was away. We did Alabama A&M, and then we hopped a flight and went to Howard. And then,
Oh,
we came back, or we did an event that had Morehouse and Morris Brown and Clark and Spelman.
which is all nearby each other.
Right. Right, which
Okay.
is wonderful, right? Because
Yep.
that was a local spot, and I did not have to hop a plane. But
Right.
we're also going to be in We're going to go to Grambling, and then we're doing the
Mm.
MetLife HBCU Classic in New York. So I can't really say what my day to day is because it can be flexible and fluid. I have my own events. I do interviews like with yourself, right? So I
Okay.
can be on somebody's show. The way that I interview my guests is I schedule them out. I
Yep.
make sure that they are available, and then I go ahead and send them into the engineers at the station. Um, because it's a brick and mortar station, but I do my show from here in Atlanta, and the station
Hmm.
is in Charlotte, which is very, very, very convenient for me. I'm very grateful that that opportunity is available.
Right.
Um, I just got back in town on Saturday night and I'm leaving Friday. So I can't really say like what's my day to day because I work with multi-million dollar clients. I negotiate contracts. I do that, and then I kind of just flow into having events and calling my talent and getting on the phone with them and making sure everything is okay, or having a conversation with my caterer, or
Right.
talking to the event space. So every day is definitely not the same, as you said. You can do certain things, but I pretty much have such a loaded calendar that I wake up and go, okay, so today I have to, so. uh,
Right.
yeah. So it's
All right.
it's it's a lot. It can be a lot, but this is who I am. This is what I do. So as other people ask me all the time, I get these two questions. How do you do so much? And you leaving again? The answer is this is who I am, and absolutely, I'm on my way to the airport now. So, like,
I
hope that
feel that.
answers your question.
That does. That does. No, because it's good to hear about all the stuff that you do, right? With the traveling, the events, dealing with different clients. The fact that you do radio is very convenient. You do it in Atlanta, Georgia, where you're at, but the station is in Charlotte. That's very convenient, right? People won't know that about you unless they talk to you.
Mhm.
So they're not going to know of all of what you do, which is a great segue to mental health and work-life balance. Now,
Mhm.
none of us is going to get this 100% right in this industry of media with the mental health and work-life balance, but we do know that it does affect some people. And we do know that there's been some journalists and people in the media that have stepped away because their mental health was affected, or their work-life balance they just couldn't get right. This media space is demanding. It can definitely take your time, and it can take your time away from loved ones if you let it. No question about it. Talk to me about how you keep your mental health strong, and also still have that work-life balance. Because obviously, you are somebody who I certainly wouldn't mind being around because you were just absolutely wonderful to talk to. But based upon your schedule, you work really hard as well. And I can respect that. So tell me, how do you do the balancing of those things and not experience burnout?
There's a beautiful thing on my phone that I located, and it's called Do Not Disturb. It has been a blessing to my life. I take the time that I need, and I had to learn how to do that because there used to be a period in my life where I was go, 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 go all the time, and I did
Absolutely.
not stop to acknowledge or to celebrate or to do anything for me. And it would make me feel like in the rat race of trying to continue to move forward because that is what was expected of me.
Right.
It made me feel like I wasn't doing enough when I was. So I used to do things like I got invited to speak at the UN in 2019. I literally jumped on a plane, went to New York, spoke at the UN, stayed over the night, spoke at the UN the next day. The very next day after that, I was on a plane and I was back in Atlanta. And I was like, okay, so what am I doing on Wednesday? I completely glossed over the fact that I did that. And that was a great thing. And it took
Right.
somebody to point that out to me like, well, do you ever stop and take the time? So
Hmm.
in and since then, I have learned to stop and breathe. I've learned to be kind to myself. I've
Yeah.
learned to be flexible and fluid. Like, okay, so what are we doing? Okay, this doesn't work. Okay, well, let's hit reset and do it again. A
Mm.
lot of people are stressing themselves out over things that they cannot control.
Yeah.
And that is what causes the burnout because you're trying to control something that is not in your control. And then you are running a race against other people that you shouldn't be. And so I have
Mm.
learned to stay in my lane, mind my business, do me,
Okay.
and take my time. And I literally do. My personality is an ambivert.
Mm.
So um, when I'm on. If I have to get on stage, I hit it, right? If I'm doing a radio interview, I hit it. If I'm
Okay.
around people and I have to network, I hit it. However, there's another side of me that is very, I don't want to say solemn. It's not solemn.
Okay.
I'm really just real calm.
Okay.
And, you know, before I speak, I may be sitting off to myself and not saying anything to anyone because I'm trying to make sure that my energy is right in order to give my best. I don't have
Right.
a problem with being by myself in my room with the door closed. I'm the person that was not bothered by quarantine,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
Hmm.
So
I do.
how, how I do it, I had to learn to do it. I had to grow into it. I'm in my Claire Huxtable season of life. So I had to just say, okay, so what are we doing next, sugar? Like, and just
Mm.
kind of calm and move through it. Your life is not worth, running yourself ragged. None
I
of
feel
this
that.
will be done if you're dead.
Hello. I'm with you on that. I'm
So,
totally with you on that. No
so
question.
yeah, so it was either be kind to myself or stress yourself out so much where what you love to do, you won't be able to do it anymore. And the only person you'll be able to blame is you.
I like that perspective. I do. A lot of people get a misconception sometimes, LA, especially in this media game, right? Because they see you out and about at events speaking, or they hear you on the radio doing your thing, and that's what they want to do. They feel like, man, she's doing her thing. She must have it come, easy to her and doing all this stuff. And there's nothing easy about it. There's nothing easy about what you do. It's a lot of work behind the scenes that you do. And you don't do it alone. There's people that help you out along the way. But, especially these kids that's coming out of college, graduating with these degrees, it's important that they know the behind the scenes and know what they're getting themselves into. Like, and also knowing how to deal with situations within the media. And that's why I do this platform. I want kids to and people to know that this is a wonderful, wonderful uh industry to be in. But you also got to understand the sacrifice that comes with it too. There's going to be some hard nights. There's going to be some hard things, and there's going to be some things you have to go without, as far as events with family, events with your friends, because that just happens. So, but I love your explanation. I really do. I love that.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna
Oh,
say something, and it may come out maybe a little off, but I mean it.
okay, talk to me.
Um, if I had to tell someone in media when they're interviewing people or when they're looking up stories and things like that, don't care so much about other people's lives that it ruins your own.
Okay,
You know, there are
okay,
so many people that are so invested in someone else's life to the point that they are neglecting their own.
sure.
And it's okay to have the fun. It's okay to do the research. It's okay to ask the questions. But as someone that is in radio and then has a television show and such, as someone that has to interview people, you have to learn how to release it when it's over, right?
Mm,
Like, just release it when it's over. They answered the question, release it when it's over. Don't take it personal. It's okay. Move on.
I love that.
Talk to the
Release the
people.
go.
Release it when it's over because these people have lives to live. And that's it.
Mm,
So release it when it's over. The stress comes from there are so many people that are so invested in everything else with everybody else, and
right.
they're not paying attention to their purpose. They're not paying attention to what it is that they have to do in life. Because I'll go ahead and tell you, um, I don't really care that much. Now, I care, but not at my detriment,
Oh yeah, absolutely,
you
absolutely.
know? So that would be something that I would tell somebody. You know, you get into media and things like that, like people that get in their cars and they chasing people down the street. Leave that man alone. Like, leave him alone. Like,
Oh
you
my
know he
goodness.
like to eat chicken at this spot on Friday. Just be here next Friday. Get him
Right,
next Friday. Or,
right.
just they broke up. Leave the people alone because they might be together next week. And you're gonna be disappointed because then like leave
Hmm.
people alone. Like
Right.
I care about people and I just don't care at my detriment. I'm
Yeah,
not
you're
gonna
not
care that
willing to
much.
sacrifice your peace. You're not gonna sacrifice your peace. You're not gonna sacrifice your mental health. You're not gonna sacrifice your happiness, and you're just not gonna sacrifice your with you being content. There's no need for that. There's no need for that.
Mhm.
And I love that. I
Absolutely.
love that about you, and I love that advice that you give. People need to know that because people always want to be first. They want to be, oh, I got this news. I want to get this news. I want to be this. I want to be that. I want to break news. And it's like, yo, you got to understand at the end of the day, the people that we're covering and the people that we doing these stories on, they're people too. They have lives too, and you have to be respectful of that, and acknowledge that. So, no, I love that, LA. I really do. We've come to the portion of the podcast now, though. Then now we're going to play my interactive game called This or That. It's a game I like to play with everybody here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast, whoever's a guest. And what it is I throw some things at you and you get to choose this or that. So, my girl, are you ready?
I'm about as ready as I'm gonna be.
Okay, well, let's do it. Let's do it. Listen, hey, just roll with the saying on your shirt. God is dope. And that's it. That's
Yes,
all we're
yes.
going to do. Okay, hello. Out of these two restaurants, which restaurant would you rather eat at? Popeyes or KFC?
Popeyes.
Girl, you on point like a period. I like that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We rocking with it now. When it comes to chicken wings, which flavor would you rather have on the chicken wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Barbecue.
Oh, okay. Is that okay?
Pepper. Yes, barbecue because lemon pepper, sometimes people don't like to lemon they pepper right. They don't like to do it right. It'd be too salty. And then your blood pressure is giving high blood pressure. It's giving hypertension. It's giving
Sure.
200 over 140, and we don't need that.
No, we don't. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous combination right there.
It
No
is.
question about that. Okay. Do you like your wings wet or dry?
Dry,
Do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
bone in.
Okay, I like that. So you don't like the boneless wing? Do you feel that's a chicken nugget?
Like them, but you said this or that, so I picked that.
I'm with you on that. And listen, I'm gonna roll with that too. I like it wet though, because I like to get a little messy with it. But give me a wet wipe and I'll go to work. I'll wipe my mouth. It's all good.
I
It's
like
all
to
good.
dip. I like to dip.
Okay, you like to dip it. Okay, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Next five questions have to do with music concerts you rather attend. So here we go. First music concert. Which music concert would you rather go to? Beyonce or Rihanna? Oh yeah, we coming out firing with this one. We coming out firing.
What I have to choose.
Yes, you this or that.
I have to pay for it.
Uh, uh,
These are questions that I have to.
if you roll with me, no, you don't. But if you rolling with another dude, I can't. I can't really speak on that.
I'm just asking because there's not a lot of concerts I would pay for. And although I listen to both of their music, I wouldn't
Mhm.
pay to go see either one of them. I'm sorry.
Okay, okay. So
So,
let's do this.
okay.
If which one, if you had to attend their concert and you wasn't paying for it, which one would you go see?
I guess Beyonce, because I
Okay,
heard she's a great performer and
I'm with you.
the props. I'm not a oh, I gotta be there person as far as like concerts. So I listen to their stuff and I just prefer to be in my house looking at them on TV where I can eat my own food and go to my own bathroom with no line.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Okay.
No
So-
shade to Bey or Rihanna, I know, but
Right.
that's just who I am. But go ahead. I mean, go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. So we're gonna rock it. We got four more. We're gonna rock it though. Okay. So here we go.
Okay.
Which music concert would you rather attend? Would you rather go see Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Kendrick,
Okay. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Which music concert would you rather go see? Monica or Brandy?
Randy.
Now you know they're coming out with the Boys Mind tour, right?
I know and I won't be there. I watch clips of it. I just don't have the. Mm.
They're coming along with Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland gonna be on that tour too. Oh my, that's gonna be a banging tour. I don't really be going to a lot of like R&B stuff like that. Like Chris Brown is one, Usher, Alicia Keys. I'll go to that. And that one, I may have to check that one out because I'm a huge fan of both Monica and Brandy, both of them for sure.
I'm not against it. If it was presented to me like, hey, you want to go see them? And I say, well, what day? Let me check my calendar.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Which group in their prime would you rather see in concert? Boys to Men or New Edition?
I would say New Edition because I saw Boys to Men.
Okay. Okay. I would pick New Edition as well. So yeah,
Yeah,
we definitely on that. I'm with you.
yeah.
Last one of the music. Which music concert would you rather go see? SZA or her?
Her.
Ooh, ooh, okay. You took deep thought into that one. You sure?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm. Yeah, you probably should have asked me about some other people like Luther Al Green or some other folks because I mean
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
an
Let me
old
get
school soul, so like
okay, let me give you a bonus one then. A bonus one. Mary J. Blige or Mariah Carey.
Mary.
So you're going to Mary. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
going to Mary.
okay. I got you. I got you. How about okay? I just thought of this one before I get to the next this or that. This is a gospel one though, because these are two of my favorite people.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Fred Hammond or Marvin Sapp?
I go see Fred.
Yeah, I like Fred Hammond too. I do. Although Marvin Sapp never would have made it, it's a classic. No question
Yes,
about
it
that.
is. Yes, it is. And I'm a fan of both, but I would go see Fred.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you
Fred.
on that.
Mm.
Do you eat desserts?
I do.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask you. You got to choose one of these desserts of the four categories that I named. You got to choose one of these that you'll never eat again. Okay. So you got to take one of them out.
Okay.
Here we go. First one is candy. The next one is cookies. The next one is ice cream. The last one is cake/pies. So they're grouped together. Which one are you getting rid of?
Candy.
Yep, I'll be the same thing. I will get rid of candy too. What is your favorite cookie?
First thing that came to mind was oatmeal chocolate chip.
Mm, that is good. That is good. Okay, I'm with you on that. Do you like potato chips?
I do.
Same format. I'm gonna name four brands. You got to choose one of these brands to get rid of. So here we go. The
Okay.
first one is Pringles. The second one is Doritos. The third one is Ruffles. The last one is Lay's. Which one are you getting rid of?
Pringles.
Okay. I would have got rid of the same one. So, girl, you on point. We syncing up. We syncing up right now. Now, tell
Hmm.
me, what is your favorite potato chip?
I don't really have one, but the first thing that may have come to mind is I do like Lay's.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Lay's is pretty
You
good.
can't just eat one. That used to be the whole
Yeah,
little thing. So
you're right about that. I'm certainly Lay's barbecue is probably my favorite of the Lay's for sure. The barbecue chips, it's hard just to eat one of those for sure. Um, I want to ask you this because you ended up writing a book, if I'm not mistaken. Please don't kill me if I butcher it. I believe it's from breakdown to breakthrough, if I'm not
yes,
mistaken.
I have 4 books.
Four books. Okay, so tell me that particular book stood out, but tell me about your other three books, and then what tell me about the process of you wanting to author so many different books. What was the process behind that? Because that's amazing that you've written that many books.
Well, the first one was for my grandfather, for my papa. He is the that was his gift in heaven for him. And that is how I got people to know his name in Australia and Canada and France and such in 2017. So that was for him. From breakdown to breakthrough life after death. My second book was what did I come with else? I think it was hmm,
Uh-oh.
Lord.
Come on, LA girl, you wrote these books.
I know it. I know it. I know it. I wrote a book about healing your inner child. The root cause. That's what it is.
The root
It's called
cause.
the
Okay.
root cause, a journey to healing your inner child.
Okay. Okay.
And so that was my second book. My third book was the weight challenge.
Mm-hmm.
The weight. WAIT.
Oh, not wait as in how much, but wait as in hold on.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And
Talk to me
it
about that.
is well, there are a lot of people that are waiting for particular miracles to happen and prayers to be answered from God. And it can be
Mhm.
very hard when you don't see anything happening. It could be very difficult when you are um, just really getting to the end of your rope. And so, because I know how that feels, I
Right.
decided to write The Wait, WAIT. And it's so interesting because these books, I wrote these books a long time ago. Now, it doesn't seem like a long time, but I kind of I kind of shelved them,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm like, wait, my second book was, my third book was,
Right. Right. Right.
um, but my fourth book is Against All Odds with Lisa Nichols. I
Oh,
did an
okay.
anthology with her, and that was amazing, and that just came out last year. So,
Okay. I like that. I like now, do you plan on writing any more?
a possibility, but it's not something that's on the top of my mind right now.
Sure.
So I
Sure,
have,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it's not on the top of my mind. You can find all of these amazing books on my website at larobertspeaks.com.
I was just about
But
to ask, girl. I was just about to ask because I'm definitely going to look into those other three for sure, including the
yes,
breakdown, the breakthrough book as well. So I love reading new material. Need some new material for when I do travel on these planes and go to different places as well. No doubt. I love that. Um, I love asking this question to different people in media, especially with you on the radio. Um, Give me a top four of people that you have interviewed, but also give me another top four of people that you would like to interview that you haven't yet. So it's a two-part question.
a top four people I interviewed. Um, been on the air now for a, a while, so let's see, who have I interviewed that's top four?
Yeah.
Well, Dre Scott. He's a
Yep.
performer, entertainer out of New York. I interviewed him. That turned into him coming to an event to sing for me, and he'll be back in Atlanta on September the 20th because we built such a great friendship in that time.
Hmm.
He is definitely one of my faves. Um,
Okay.
India Kenny Stearns. She
Mm.
used to be the VP of the OWN Network.
Okay.
And she is the creator of what is the name of that show? So there was a show on VH1 that it's kind of like Behind the Music, but it was not Behind the Music. It focused on African American artists. And
Mm.
it's it's gonna come to me as soon as like I'm gonna be like, this was it. But she was
It
the
was on
creator of that
TV
show.
One or VH1.
It was on, well, they're probably playing it now on TV1, but I believe it started on VH1 and it was not behind not behind the music because that was MTV, I
I think
think.
it. I know what you're talking about. They did like a biography of each musical guest and artist. They were telling their stories, right?
Yes, and it
Yeah.
was
Yeah. I know
it
what you're talking
focused on uh
about.
black
Black art.
artists. But she was the
Yeah.
creator of that show. And again,
Okay.
it's probably gonna come to me, but India Kitty Stearns, she's a very sweet person. We met each other at an event in Texas back in, I believe, 2018. Still
Okay.
connected. I actually texted her a couple of months ago. I need to text her again and check how she's doing, but she was my second favorite interview.
Okay. Okay.
Because, she's just amazing.
Right.
Over the years. Oh my goodness, who else have I
Give me
interviewed?
two more.
Pasha Carter.
Ooh,
So Pasha
okay.
Carter was the very first Black woman that I had ever seen stand strong in business. Growing up, I knew that Black women could be successful. I
Yeah.
knew that they could be successful. However, I did not know that they could be business women. I saw teachers. My grandmother was a teacher. I saw, doctors. I saw even
Hmm.
a lawyer, but I had never seen someone stand in front of a room and command it in a business, like, owning her own business. And so I met her when I was 18 years old. I was in a business with her, and
Hmm.
I reconnected with her when I was older than that. None of your business. And she remembered me,
Gotcha.
which was a blessing because I was like, oh my gosh, she remembers me. And when I asked her to interview her, she was like, absolutely. And so I was able to interview Pastor Carter, and so that was we're still connected as well. So that was a blessing.
I love that. Okay. Last one that you interviewed before you get to your bucket list of interviewers that you would like to do.
Last person that I interviewed that is like my
This is a good question. It got you thinking a little bit.
it does because I've interviewed so many people
Yep.
that I haven't had a lot of oh my God,
Right.
right?
Right. Right.
I've had people that say, oh my God, that I'm asking them. But I have not had a lot of oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to interview. But I can tell you that an interview that I had, I wouldn't necessarily say that it was my favorite interview for many reasons, and we would definitely not get into that on the podcast.
Okay.
Uh, but I did have the opportunity to interview Les Brown. And that would have been something that I probably didn't think that I would do, growing up and things like that. We're watching him,
Right.
with him doing his thing in like the 80s and in the 90s. And, he is a gentleman of an older age now. And so I did have an opportunity to have a conversation with him. So
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily say he was my favorite interview. However, I will say that that was an interview that I would not have been able to say, yeah, I'm gonna get that. So.
Got you. I like that. Now it's time for the bucket list. Who are some people that you want to interview that you have not interviewed yet?
Um,
They could be anybody now. They could be anybody, big time celebrities or just people locally, anybody.
let's see. I would love to have an interview with, well, Oprah.
Okay. Yeah, who don't
Okay.
want to talk to who don't want to talk to Miss Oprah?
I would love to have an interview with her. Only her. I don't need Gail to come. I need to talk to just Oprah.
Miss King can stay home, is what you saying.
Just just Oprah. I just want to talk to her. That's it.
I got you.
Um, Actually, this is going to be set up, and I just have not followed up because I've just been so busy. But I'm
Hmm.
going to be interviewing Lisa Nichols. I mean, that's a given. Uh,
Okay.
and so she can kind of be, I'm not going to say pushed to the side, but that would be just somebody I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to get her. So,
Right. Right.
um,
Mm, okay. Give me two more. Mm, this got you thinking hard.
yeah, because I'm going to be honest with you, I am a very different person when it comes to celebrities or that type of thing. I
Hmm.
don't get starstruck. So
Oh,
they
okay.
just regular people to me. So I don't get like, oh my God, look who this is. I just be like,
Right.
hey. And I've seen plenty of celebrities and I'll just be like,
I'm
hey,
sure
what's
you
up?
have.
And I mind my business, I go the other way. I'm not going to, like people may scream if they see like a Chris Brown in the mall. If I walked past him, I would be like, "Hey, what's
Right.
going on?" All right, and I would keep going. Right?
Right.
I'm not the screamer. I'm not going to do anything like that. Which is why people just sit down and talk to me. So, if I saw Chris Brown, he probably would have a conversation with me because I am not screaming. Like
Right. Right.
um, like they people.
Okay. We could throw Chris Brown in there.
We
We could
can.
throw Chris Brown if you
Oh,
want
you
to.
know who else I interviewed that was really, really, um, really, really just so amazing, and I absolutely loved her. I interviewed Sherry from Punky Brewster.
Oh my Lord.
Interviewed
Oh,
her.
wow.
She was such a sweetheart, such a doll face. That was one of my favorites. That was definitely one of my favorites. So
You
yeah,
taking it back, girl.
I
Punky
I'll take
Brewster?
yeah. Punky Brewster.
Ooh.
I will definitely go back and get her because she was amazing. She was absolutely amazing. I really enjoyed talking to her. She was a kind, sweet person. It's very, just very nice, very yeah. So Cherry Johnson. She was she
Okay.
was she was very, very, very sweet. Very sweet. I interviewed her. So yeah.
Yes. Also Maxine from Family Matters as well, if I'm not mistaken. Sherry
Yeah.
Johnson. So
Yeah.
yes,
She
indeed.
she was on Family Matters, yeah.
Absolutely. That's what's up. Okay. I want to ask you because you kind of gave advice earlier on. And I want to ask you about what is some advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to?
I always hear my papa say, "You're gonna be okay, Queen."
Mm,
His
mm,
nickname for me was Queen. When I have my moments, you're gonna be okay, Queen.
I love
Ah,
that.
you'll be okay, Queen. So that's yeah,
I
my
like that.
papa.
No, it's really simple, but it's really powerful too. Because obviously, the relationship that you and your papa had is strong, was strong and very special. And anybody that knows you knows that. Um, this has been a really, really dope conversation, LA. Just really hearing about your upbringing, hearing about where you went to school, what you do on a day-to-day basis, how you paying it forward, the fact that you helped a guy graduate school uh, overseas in Africa is amazing. The fact that you have your I Inspired, if I'm not mistaken, I Inspired is what it's called,
I inspire
program.
global.
Yep, I Inspire Global program that's going to be happening as a mission trip. That's amazing as well. The fact that you do radio, the fact that you speak at events, the fact that you're going to events, the fact that we just ran into each other at the Super Bowl, media row of all places, of all places, to run into you and just hear your story and hear what you do. Obviously, I have a lot of respect for you. I admire you, and I'm a fan of yours. And I'm going to keep following you and following your journey. I know you talked about a September 20 event that's coming up in Atlanta, and I'll definitely give you the floor to let you talk about that event coming up. But I also still want to talk to you about them jackets, girl, because you got a fly jacket there that I definitely am interested in still getting. I'm still interested in getting the jacket like this. So we'll talk offline on that one. But
Okay.
I definitely want to get one of them jackets for sure. But uh tell me about your September 20 event. What's going on? What basically what is it about?
Okay. Well, I actually have two events that's coming up, if you don't
Oh,
mind me elaborating on both of those. So
yes.
September 20th here in Atlanta, I Inspire Global Honors, where I am honoring this year 10 beautiful individuals who do amazing things in their communities. So I have someone in Baltimore. I have a couple of people coming down from Gary. I have someone flying in from LA. I have people
Mhm.
from all over the country that do absolutely amazing things in their community. And what I do is I award them for their works. Because some people do not get that opportunity to be honored for what it is that they're doing and who they are
Mhm.
as individuals. So that's what I Inspire Global Honors is about. It is a formal event. It is good food. I have a celebrity chef. It has an open
Mhm.
bar. I have live music, a band. I have Dre Scott flying in from New York to sing, and it's just going to be amazing at a beautiful venue here in Atlanta.
Mhm.
Um, the second event is October 25th. It's called Voices of Today Live, where I will
Okay.
give speakers an opportunity to be on a stage that they have never been on before because it is dope. And I always look at places and go, would I want to be up there? And if the answer is yes, then I give other people the opportunity to do that. Because if I don't want to do it, then they won't want to do it. Right. And so,
Right.
Voices of Today, I will be spotlighting speakers I'll also be giving an opportunity to podcasters to be up in the loft and to actually interview these speakers about their platforms as
Mm.
well. And so that will be October 25th here in Atlanta.
That one we definitely may have to talk. That's for sure. We may have to
Okay.
talk about that particular one. But I love the fact that you're doing those two events. That sounds like it's gonna be a great time, great people. That's pretty dope. I love that. Again, LA, I want to say thank you for allocating your time to me to be on my podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder. Is there anything else that you would like to add about your job, you, or anything at all before we conclude?
I mean, if you want to get in contact with me, you can reach me at larobertsspeaks.com. I am LA Roberts on all social media platforms. I am the one to help you get your story out. If you want to be on the radio or TV or on stage, or if you feel as if you are someone who wants to be honored next year, then reach out to me after September 20th, though. Reach out to me after that. And let me know what it is that you do so that we can start doing the research as far as that is concerned. But contact me. I'm your girl to get you what you need. And if I can't have it, if I don't have it, then I have the resources that do.
I love that. And listen, y'all, please go and give her a follow. She's a hard worker. She is definitely grace, beauty, all of the above. And she got you. No question about it. So, with that being said, I want you to enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening, LA. And you and I will definitely be in touch.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.